What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to Here We Golf. My name is Dan.
My name is Jay.
And we are live on YouTube this fine Monday evening.
Monday evening, bit rough after yesterday's escapades. Seeing the Red Men win the title. But to be honest, it shouldn't have been a surprise because it was always going to happen, wasn't it? I had the commentator say we were on the green with 5 putts for the win.
Was he hoping for an AL's style? First of the Masters, throw you in, that was. Remember that 7-putt, 3 feet?
It was a shocker. Hilarious.
It was an absolute hammering from Spurs to get the job done.
Yeah, we had to. I think we had to do that, to be fair. But yeah, enjoyable day. Not an enjoyable day today, but we move on. So we've had to come to you via video link today due to some work commitments, haven't we? So we are going to make sure you've all got the knowledge and the skills to do well in this week's fantasy.
Sound like we've got to see gladiators then.
The gladiators.
Do you have the will and the skill? Right, chat. Absolute garbage yet again.
Chan, absolute Aaron Echo.
Anyway, where should we start this week?
I think, should we just do a quick recap of the tournaments that we've just seen or didn't see?
Yeah, we didn't see it. Deep time zone. Well, not only was the time zone, on Sunday we could have easily caught we could have caught the winners, no problem. But it wasn't live. They chose to show a rerun of Saturday's Chevron instead, the women's. Yeah.
It's not good, that, is it?
DP World Tour.
Especially when you've got and our mate won. Our mate Marco. We've been rooting for him all season, to be fair. He started to come up in our models, and we had a bit of a conversation with a guy who knows a guy, and we might have a bit of a surprise for you on the horizon if it pans out with Marco Penge. But yeah, on all of the models this week, and everything pointed towards him doing really well. Dan mentioned last week about his length, huge length. He's just a big boy, isn't he?
He is. Off the tee.
326 off the tee, 326 yards on average off the tee. That's absolutely ridiculous. I don't know where he gets his power from as well, because he's quite a slight guy, isn't he? He's not like a big muscle man or anything.
Mm.
But yeah, first win under the belt, and I can definitely see a few more because he played from what I followed, he played some really good golf, and that's only from the highlights on the internet and looking at the scoreboards and stuff. But his numbers were dialed in. So yeah, absolutely made up for him.
It was his first win on the DP World Tour.
Yeah, it was.
That was a few sticking points around Christmas time. He got suspended, didn't he, for a couple of months with betting, breaching DP World Tour's betting bans. I think he appealed it, I think, and he was found not to be contributing something. He wasn't betting on something that he was playing in, it was just another event. But yeah, served a couple of months suspension, come back and managed to show what he's all about. Credit to him.
Yeah. Sean Crocker, a name we've seen knocking around but never done anything, came second. Not close at all, though, really, was it? He won by a fair few shots. I think he was 3 shots in the lead going into the last. So good lad. I expected a bit more from a few of the guys, such as Hao Tong Lee. I think he was all set up to win it. His metrics were absolutely there. And on the first day, he coasted to the lead. And then Saturday, he blew up. I think he shot 6 over on Saturday to just end his chances right there. But quite respectable on Sunday. He finished 1 under for the tournament. But yeah.
Yep.
My actual fantasy team in this was it was dialed in, and I would have probably won the whole thing if I had kept it as it was. But I changed 5 of the 6, and the first one retired. Marco Penge was in there anyway, and Rasmus came 4th. Kuvra, Shikara, 11th, Nakajima 11th, Elvis Smiley 16th, and today is Tetak, who we mentioned 16th as well. So I would have absolutely smashed it this week, but I went with a stats-based approach and it did not pay off. Stats are not everything in this game whatsoever, as we found out a few times now.
Yeah, pulled that one from nowhere, Tetak, to be fair, even though you also pulled out that he was one of the richest players in golf.
Instead of million, I was reading millions because that's what I'm used to, and it was literally thousands. The guy is absolutely skint, just flying himself around the world playing golf, and made about like 10 grand or something for his whole career. Well, he's probably made a few quid there.
Good week for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, another pocketed 50 million for
solid performance for Chikara again, wasn't it?
I know. Yeah, I regret not having him in my team. I had him as captain at one point as well. But
what can you do? Was my captain. Nakajima had a good, relatively solid week.
Slow week. But he just did a Scotty, didn't he? And just came in, sort of rose up, and no one saw him coming. But good enough to win the Asian swing, so a few quid for Nakajima as well.
Yeah, and with that, a nice little cheeky entry into the PGA Championship next month.
Yeah, good lad.
Alongside Chikara and Marco Penge got himself in there as well with that win.
Yeah.
So then top three on the Asian swing, off to playing the second major of the year.
This is where you make your name, though, isn't it? Going over, when you're relatively unknown on the DP World Tour, and you start to have a couple of weeks, and then you get in the majors. That's when you sort of start to, because the golf, as we said before, the golf they're all capable of shooting low. Like it's not like they're all elite golfers. So getting your name in there, like Danny Willett did when he was handed the Masters. He wrote his name into folklore there by winning the Masters. And there's nothing really since, has he? Except the PGA. But yeah, chatting wham again. So yeah, disappointing week. And there's no DP World Tour event this week either, due to a little break. I think they all watched Liverpool win the league last night, so they're all a bit hungover for next week. So yeah, no DP World Tour event.
Likely story. Yeah. So where did you finish then? You saying it's that bad. How did you get
on? Pretty dire, really. Let me just get my team up. So
still snuck into fifth, hopefully. Yeah, it's right there, 21,000. Yeah, that's pretty class.
That's
with the winner as well.
Yeah, I know. Crazy, isn't it?
Freddie Shock minus 10 points.
He retired 10 over after 10 on the first day. So there's nothing I could have done. But his stats were dead good. He was long off the tee. Everything was showing that he'd have a good week, but obviously he just made a mess of his bed.
Terrible.
So yeah, Haotong Lee 1 under. Just
players mentioned last week, Southgate.
Yeah, well, the reason was Southgate. Every single metric, he's one of the top 10 in the on tour. So I thought, there's no way he snuck under the radar. I genuinely thought I was going to say I'm going to win this week, the whole tournament, based on stats. But stats do not equate to they don't equate to things. Results whatsoever, and I've learned my lesson this week. I'm going to go more balanced every week now and not just think I know it all.
Pretty sure know it all. Every time you start chipping away, you do something mad.
I'm sick to death of being Darren Brown by you. So
to be fair, because it was relatively good to have a bad week because most people captained Lee, I think. So
yeah.
If you're going to have a bad week, you've not lost too much ground really.
After the first day though, I think Lee, Luton, Cantero, and Penge were like top 10. So it could have been an incredible week, and then they all just fell off. I looked at it on Saturday and was like, "What's going on here?" So I'm not even interested anymore. And I just
Chikara's got his picture as well. Last week we went happy.
Oh, there we go then. Yeah, the man with no face has now got a face.
He has. He was like captain. got me a nice little chunk of points. Out on the league for me. Kirida, happy barn right in 11.
Yeah, good pick that. What a pick.
Not bad pick. Penge as well. And then two biffs, Juice Luton, and Jakob Olsen missing the cut.
Yeah, no good. But you still did quite well in the week though, didn't you?
Yeah, so on rank on 4-1-3-2. So yeah, we'll take that, chipping away.
Absolutely.
Season rank back up to the top 1500. I am third in our mini league. Just into the top
knock
5.
Into third.
So yeah, yourself bringing up the top 5 there. John Wood hanging around. Same. There's a bit of a gap there below you now, I think.
Show me class.
Yeah. Top 5. Yourself, John Wood, me in third. Past captain's picks and Mr. Penn. Top of the shop.
He's them two are flying, you know. Past captain's picks and Mr. Penn are absolutely flying.
Mr. Penn's having he was second for the tournament as well, so he's pulled another 50 clearer than me. God knows how he's pulled further clearer yourself. Scrolling. There you are. Yeah, he's got about 300 points on you this week.
Yeah, and he had pretty much my team as well. What's that about? What am I doing?
Anyway, that's where we are. DP World Tour is having a break from golf for the week before we move on to the next swing. I can't remember what it is.
It is the European swing. Getting back into the good time zones, yeah.
Ooh, actually watch some golf. Back in Turkey, aren't they?
Yeah.
Turkey the week after next. So next week we'll preview our teams and picks and stuff for that one.
Before we leave the DP World Tour, I just want to highlight to whoever's watching, if you're watching, the website's live now with a new updated leaderboard. If you want to join our league, you can go on the website, get the code, join it, and you'll be able to track your progress on it. Like as many of you to come in as possible. Yeah, so it will be updated tomorrow with the new leaderboard. I think Mr. Penn just dominated the Asian swing, hasn't he? Absolutely won it by a country mile.
Yeah,
it will be confirmed tomorrow.
All right. Just to let you know, Here We Golf is now partners with ShotScope. If you weren't aware already, ShotScope is one of the leading GPS and rangefinder brands. They do some quality products out there. Helps you the app that they've got as well syncs with your data on your clubs. So you screw your little tags into your clubs, hit your shots, and the app tracks how far you're hitting each club, as well as giving you yardages to not to the green, but to the front, back, middle, and any hazards and bunkers as well. So if you feel like this kit that would be a benefit to you, get over to shotscope.com. We've got an incredible deal where we get an extra 15% off any of their products on their website by just using the promo code Here We Golf.
Back to the studio.
Live Golf in Mexico City happened this week.
Yeah.
Wacko Neiman back in the winner's circle again. That's 3.
Number 1 in the world.
Going for Phil. 3 in the first 6 events of the season. He's won.
Unbelievable, isn't he?
50%.
He's class. He's class. He's an absolutely class player.
Yep. 3 rounds, 64-65 at the golf club de Chapadick.
You know what? He absolutely sends the ball, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Look drive on him.
It looked all the weekend like Bryson was just going to win wire to wire. Like he was winning the whole way. And Neiman just reeled him in. Just couldn't really get it going on Sunday, the Shambo. But that's another good, strong performance from him after his second Masters.
Yeah, definitely. He's coming back. He's showing a bit, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't expect it from him. I thought he was a bit out of form, and once he took the YouTube route, I thought this is his pro game sort of down the Swanee. He's more of a casual golfer now, but no, he's showing it. He's showing that he's elite player.
Wants it,
Despite, yeah. And John Rahm again. We've said it every time. He performs, doesn't he?
Yeah. Another top 10.
Another top 10. He's just solid when he's on LIV. Anything else, he's not at the moment. But yeah,
won't be having that power, you lad.
No. Just a reference to my
other half.
Then yeah, other half sounds better. He's called LIV. John Rahm put in the
decent finish from Till as well. He's come back into it.
One that he hasn't been playing well, really that well recently. Surprised by Bubba Watson again. He seems to have regained his old sort of form.
Yeah.
Because he was absolutely dreadful for a while. I've been watching him and thinking, is this actually Bubba Watson or just some fella that looks like him? But he's back.
Yeah, mentioned previously, he was close to retiring, wasn't he?
Yeah.
If he could have got a replacement for himself on the team, he'd just been he'd step back and just been the owner or manager or whatever it is. But no, he recruits, so he's carried on playing. Fair play to him. Getting a bit of form back.
Yeah. Not a good week for Sergio this week, though.
I've not got the leaderboard up in front of me. How did he get on?
9 over.
Total?
3 over. Yeah, 3 over consistency each day.
Pants.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Considering he was in a bit of form, and then Anthony Kim again, 10 over. He's not finding it, is he?
It's not going to happen for him, is it?
No, I don't think so. I think that break was just too much for him, and he's gone, I think. But fair play to him for trying and coming back.
Yeah. Tell you who's not gone.
Who?
Me.
You.
Fantasy.
What?
Fantasy LIV Golf, mate.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Doing well, aren't you?
So we team this week. I went Neiman because you have 4 categories. So like the first category is players like Shambo, Rahm. You got to pick out the top guys.
Yeah.
And Neiman was the lesser under the 3. I think Shambo was heavy on this week. Neiman was only out by 18% people, and I went with him. Tyrrell Latin as well, who's had a decent finish. Taylor Gooch and Brandon Steele, who were my other picks, who did okay, ticked over okay. And that has absolutely shot himself up the leaderboard from about 150th to 30th.
Mm-hmm. Lovely. Absolutely.
30th overall, mate. And that's
out of how many?
Doesn't matter. Only 29 people in front of me.
You're doing well.
No, you laugh. Like, I'm nearly halfway through. So lad. First prize gets a flight and hotel and 2 3-day passes, $25 and $250 merch credit, and a signed flag from the individual season winner.
Bloody hell, decent that. Where are the flights to?
Well, given it's 2 times 3 days CC54 passes, there'll be 2 CC54 events. That's the event later in the season, isn't it? Where they can end place on next year.
Yeah.
The International Series coach thing.
C54. Yeah.
But anyway, so I'm closing in on that.
You are? You're smashing it, to be fair.
Yeah.
Smashing LIV.
Climbing up. But anyway, yeah. So they're off to Korea this week. Lives off to Korea.
Yeah. That's where she was born.
So I'm not even gonna. I want to win this now, so I'm not going to let anyone know secrets. So
yeah, good on you. I think that's wise.
Considering
we're on a podcast trying to tell everyone secrets.
Not about LIV though. We'll move on to fancy team in a minute and tell you about fancy team because we're really shall.
So stay tuned for the fan team because this one is not one you're going to want to miss. We've got some real insights this week.
So PGA Tour though, we've just had the Zurich Classic, haven't we?
We have.
Who won?
It was Novak. I thought the Hogarth won it, to be fair, and I don't know why I thought that.
Andrew Novak, Ben Griffin.
I mean, that was a solid. It was a solid week for them, to be honest, because they've been flying under the radar for about, I'd say, 6 weeks now. They've both been playing pretty well.
Well, Novak's just like trended, hasn't he? He got beaten in the playoffs last week, didn't he?
Yeah. He did. And you've been talking about him. Yeah. And Ben Griffin, I've been talking about him because of his TikTok channel, to be fair. So nothing really great by way of golf, but some really interesting stuff he talks about how he's getting on and how much it costs him and stuff. Because he's not a big name on tour, so he has to really save the pennies when he needs to. But yeah, made up for him. Good lads this week, and the European contingent still holding strong as well in second place.
One stroke behind the Hogarth brothers. I kind of lost interest in Cantor and Smith missed the cut.
Yeah. Cantor seems out of his depth over in America, to be fair. I mean, he's such a player over in Europe on the DP World Tour.
Just come and clean up here for a couple of years.
Yeah, I would.
Did you hear that?
Yeah. You say excuse me next time.
Yeah. Good to be out with Rory and Shane as well. They just going on Sunday. They kind of threatened a couple of times and they faded.
Yeah, but it was pretty respectable from them both as well, considering what they've been through in the past few weeks. They're probably still on a bit of a come down, aren't they, after the Masters and the hole-in-ones and.
I think it was worth taking seriously, but for them, they don't need the money. I think it's just nice easy back into bed golf for Rory. Nice, relaxed. That's probably the best event for him, really, after winning the Masters, isn't it?
So playing with your mate, a bit of banter, bit of crack. Yeah.
What's the crack?
What's the crack? Shall we move on to our fan team?
Let's move on to fan team. CJ Cup Byron Nelson.
Yeah, quite a good tournament this week. It's not the strongest of fields the PGA Tour have ever produced.
No, but there's still a certain massive world number one size. In there that's going to dominate proceedings, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. It's hard to look past, really, when we're looking at our models. He is pretty. Well, to be honest, he's up there every week, and he's one of them. He's the best player in the world for a reason, and every single stat seems to be dialed in. But we know stats aren't everything. We've got to mention that.
No, you're right. So course overview quickly then. So we're in McKinney, Texas. Tom Vies Cup design course. Par 71, 7,600 yards, so lengthy. And we've got bent grass greens, so super fast, especially hot dry weather as well. They're going to be quick.
Yeah.
Long course, quick greens.
Yeah.
Quite forgiving off the tee. It's wide fairways. Not too much of a penalty areas or hazards. And there's some scoreable par fives on there, and then lengthy par fours. So good approach him from quite a distance away. 175 plus, I think probably.
Yeah.
Considering.
I think it's a low scoring place as well, isn't it? I think the last time 25 under won it. So it's going to be a birdie fest, isn't it?
Do you reckon? Yeah, well, there's forecast rain as well, which is going to soften it up and make it easier, isn't it?
Yeah.
So yeah. Pretty much covered that there. I think maybe a bit of course history on the model as well for me.
Yeah.
Strokes being put in.
I think mine's birdie or better because I think it's going to be a birdie fest. Anyone who's got a par 5 scoring, I think will do well. Strokes gained on approach, putting on bent grass greens, because they are a different kettle of fish, aren't they? And a bit of driving distance in there as well, just for good measure.
Yeah, we saw him DP this week. Makes a big difference, doesn't it?
Huge. You can bring the course to its knees with your length.
So, any thoughts then? His favourites? If you were looking at like without Scotty strategy, who would you be thinking going to win this?
I think there's a few names that have sort of jumped out at me. Norgard, his stats look incredible for this type of event. He's not short off the tee. His approach play is good. So yeah, I think he's looking good. Pendrith, he's priced at 19.2 million monies for a reason.
Yeah, it's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah, so there's a reason why he's up there. They're not stupid. These whoever sorts the prices out.
I think they can make Scotty a bit cheaper for me.
Yeah, I know. I don't know what, but they just don't want anyone to pick Scotty, do they? Because he's such a consistent workhorse, isn't he? I don't fancy Spieth. I think Spieth will do well this week because of his. I just think he's coming back into form. Starting to play well. That's it. And at 21 million, I just don't think you can take that risk.
No, not consistency.
Sunjay Im had a good week last week, but again with Sunjay Im, I don't know whether he's there yet. He's been a bit inconsistent, hasn't he? So at 20 million, I just think anything over 20 million is a bit of a risk unless you're Scotty. And given that he's 26 million, that's where the risk comes in for me. But if you can build a team around him, then yeah, absolutely do it. So yeah, and Gerard as well. His form's been great recently. He's climbing the world rankings, and I think at 17 million, I see loads of value in that.
Yeah, made 10 out of 10 cuts this season.
Yeah,
low key flying under the radar.
That's it. That's what I like.
Yeah. He's super high up on my model as well. Comes in at second behind Scotty. So
really,
I think if I'm going Scotty, let's put like his first name on the team sheet really in terms of value.
Mm-hmm. For me though, Norgard comes up first on the model. So
is that Nicholas, is it?
Nicholas Norgard, yeah.
What price is he at?
Absolutely.
Should we run through the pricing then?
Yeah, go on. Let's go for it.
So we've covered off at the sort of top few there. Anything like for Ben Ann's high on my model?
Yes and no. Ben Ann's one of them who he can go out and absolutely demolish a field if he wants to, can't he?
Yeah. 8 out of 11 cuts. So up to 37th in the world. This is
yeah.
He won the PGA like 15 years ago or something, and just vanished off the face of the earth. I mean, he has now sort of under my radar anyway. Just got himself back into like elite sort of golf.
Yeah,
fair play to him. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, absolutely. Fair play to him, yeah. But I think he could do either, as you said with Jordan Spieth, he could just turn up or not. So for 19.4 million, I'd be putting him in my team if he was probably about 17, so I could put someone else in and that sort of ilk.
Yeah. Feels a bit heavy, doesn't it?
Yeah. Siwoo Kim played well last week. I don't know whether he's got the length to sort of compete with the guys this week.
Yeah.
Mitchell's high up on my model, but there's rumours that he's pulled out. You said before.
Pretty sure he has, yeah.
So, yeah, not checking him. And then it's sort of maybe Jake Knapp because he's capable of scoring. But I'd say there's a few in there which you are going to make top 10. Jaeger, Hughes.
Steven Jaeger sneaks into my top 10 on my model.
Yeah. He's good though, isn't he? He's class.
Very consistent. Very consistent. Generally seems thereabouts on a weekly basis, which is what you want.
But do you want a grinder this week, or do you want a scorer?
I honestly am going to clue, mate. Because that Scotty Price is really like. I feel like in this field, he feels almost essential. I
agree, because it is. I think it's an easy win for him this week. But again, everyone's going to have him as well, so you've got to.
You're going to fade him.
You've got to, because if you don't have him, and you know everyone else doesn't do as well, then you struggle, aren't you? And he wins by a country mile. Yeah.
So high up on my model, I've got Scotty, Jordan. Scotty is obviously well clear. Some JM and Jordan Spieth who are next price, and they're actually quite a ways down.
I agree.
So we'll be looking at them. I don't think we're very similar this week, aren't we?
I think so, yeah. But is Norgard in your model or not?
Let's see where he comes up.
His strokes gained on approach aren't great, but everything else is really good for me. So
Nicholas Norgard, 26th.
Yeah.
26th. So his price, yeah.
Have you gone heavy on strokes gained on approach though?
Relatively, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's where we differ. I haven't gone as heavy as I have been, so that's where he's made it up. But he's a bomber, so.
Anyone else on that page that you fancy?
No one on the first page. No, no one else.
No. Correlating with my model up there in the pricing, which is good, I guess, because we can find a bit of value elsewhere.
That's what I'm thinking. That's where I'm happy about.
I've got Eric Cole in my top 10.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. 10 out of 14 cuts made, 63rd in the world. Yeah. He's 9th on the model.
Yeah.
Consider made plenty of birdies this year. 16.2 averaging. When you look at the players around him, he's averaging in terms of fan team 65 points. All the rest on this page are generally in the sort of 40s, mid-50s.
Yeah, I agree. Eric Cole's coming quite high on my model, not high enough on driving for me. He's under the 300-yard marker. Yeah, which puts him at 108th in the field for driving distance, and with it being a long course, I don't know whether he's going to struggle with that.
Yeah, potentially. We must hit well on all the other stats from the.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, he's still obviously an elite player, and it doesn't really matter if you're good with your long irons. It's good. It is what it is, isn't it?
Yeah, strokes gained off the tee the last few weeks haven't been great. He's making it up in all the other areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm pretty, after the success with Marco Penge on Fantasy TP last week, I'm kind of inclined to lean towards the big hitters.
Yeah, I think that it's funny how it's worked that way. It's funny how the two tournaments have sort of come one after another with where the big hitters. Maybe it's a thing.
Big hitters high up on the model here. Seamus Power is quite high up for me.
Not looked at him, to be honest with you. No one really. I think there's Matt Wallace and Hall. Is it Harry Hall? Have come in the top 10 on the model. But I don't trust Matt Wallace, to be honest. Every time I pick him or think of him for my team, he seems to. He's not playing as well as he was for me. So no, none of these on this.
You picked him the other week, just out of the blue, didn't you? And it kind of. I was like, where did he pull that from? He had a relatively decent season. I think he faded late.
Yeah, that was it. He's not got the killer instinct for me to finish it off.
Another one who needs to get back on the other side of the pond and just clean up on the DP because he's capable of him.
Definitely. And I don't know why. Well, I do know why, because the PGA Tour's huge money-wise in it. I mean, the players can make an absolute killing over there. And you know what? America's a nice place to live, in it. It's got the pull. Like when you're on the DP World Tour, you're in China one week, you're in
plenty of travel, isn't there, mate?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm not going down that route. I'm not going down that rabbit hole.
Alex Smalley was quite favourable a few weeks ago, but he's dropped off a bit, hasn't
he? Yeah. His form's not great. McCarthy, he seems to be there every single week, doesn't he?
He does.
He's in the top 10 every week, but model this week he doesn't really.
Yeah, it's one that stands out when you see the price, and you do kind of like look back to previous weeks and you think, right, he stood out. But then when you look at your model this week, he's not anywhere near. But 8 out of 11 cuts made.
Yeah, the eye test has got to be in there. As we said, it's not all about stats, is it?
No. So it might be one to come back to, just based on more of a gut feeling than anything.
Yeah, definitely. Anyone else?
Not that correlates with the model, really. Not on this one. Kittyama. Kittyama there in 18th.
Yeah.
On the model. Not consistent enough. 5 out of 10 cuts made.
Yeah.
Too expensive for that.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely agree. Kittyama. He's not bad though. Not bad. Still a decent hitter of the ball. Not very good at putting though. I think you've got to be to score.
Speaking of scoring, page 3.
Page 3, woo!
Right, so mature. Lee Hodges. Bear me the other week.
Yeah, we did. You went in on him, didn't you?
Well, I was debating him and Novak one week. Went with Novak missed the cut. Week after I had the same deliberation. Went with Hodges. Hodges missed the cut, Novak goes and finishes second or whatever it was. Yeah. Got a bad memories of picking Lee Hodges because he was 6 out of 6 cuts until then, but now, as you can see there on screen, he's 6 out of 7.
Spencer's quite high on my model. I think the sole reason though is his putting stats on bent grass is absolutely outstanding. Strokes gained, putting is 1.3, which is just way above anyone else.
Yeah, like
the big names. So he's definitely considered for 8 out of 10 cats. He's a birdie machine. He scored on par 5s. He hits it 315 yards. Spencer for me is a really bit of a diamond in the rough. The only problem is he's not great on approach. He's 124th on approach, so that could really let him down. But you know, if these players get dialed in one week, it doesn't matter, does it?
Mm-hmm. That's probably why he's way down on my model then.
Yeah.
Doug Gim seems to be a regular, comes up regularly.
Yeah, he does, and his form's really good as well.
He's Texas, isn't he? Might feel comfortable at home. I'm sure Doug Gibbons from Texas.
Maybe, I'm not sure.
7 out of 10 cuts.
Yeah, he always seems to be up there. I see his name quite a lot, so yeah, definitely.
Sammy Balamaki.
Finish.
Quick. Top finish. He's quickly becoming a little bit of a favourite, isn't he?
Yeah,
a little bit of a hot streak.
He is, and his form's outstanding. Doesn't make it in my model this week, but definitely considering on the eye test. I think he's class.
Yeah. 54th on the model for me.
Yeah.
Already feels a bit barrel scrapey, doesn't it? Joel Damon. feast and famine. Are you going to get a cut or are you going to get a top 10?
Yeah. Are you going to go in the water?
Nico Echeverria.
Yeah.
Favourite of mine.
He is. And he's playing well. He doesn't make it in. None of these players really make it in my model except Norgard. At 14.2 million for me is just an absolute steal. I'll break down why Norgard is one of my favourites this week. So let's count out the strokes gain on approach. It's only he's still in the he's not in the minuses. He's still in the he still gains strokes on approach in relation to the field. He has played 29 tournaments. His birdie or better stats is 4.5, which is pretty high. Strokes gained on par 5, he's 5th. His driving distance is 318 yards on average. And strokes gained putting is 3rd at nearly 1 stroke gained for putting in relation to the field. I can't possibly leave him out this week.
The risk of Darren Brown, and you're like, them 29 events, right? Are you looking? All them stats are over them 29 events, are they?
Yeah. So recent form, not like
right. So in 2025, he's made cut 3 times.
Yeah.
And he's missed 4. Missed 5 cuts.
Still.
It's not for me. It's not for me. I can't do it.
I'm still going with him. I think he's
he gains off the tee and he's losing everywhere else. It's up until he's just fell off a cliff in February. He was gaining and putting every week, which was saving him a bit.
Yeah.
Had an excellent year on the DP World Tour last year, regular top 20. But
maybe, well, I'm going to stick my neck out on this one. I'm going to stick my neck out. I'm not changing it.
well.
For the main reason that if he wins, then I'm going to be absolutely fuming.
Not for me.
Okay, anyone else on this page? I think it's.
I just like Isaiah Cylinder. I think it's just he's not a common player. And just want to keep an eye on. He seems to improve it week on week, and he's had a decent finish there at the Zurich this week in the pairs.
Yeah.
So while he's relatively down on the model, I think he's going to get better and better. I could represent a little bit of value there. 14.8.
Yeah.
Page 4.
Page 4. Yeah. Again, it's quite the mid tier, isn't it?
We've got Cam Davis there. Who, he's hit and miss, isn't he? He was an excellent underdog pick at the RBC. Still there?
He was. Yeah, sorry. Just lost a bit of myself there. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
And
faded a bit on the Sunday, but I thought he might go on to do well.
And his stats were pretty much there as well. So, I'm not sure on Cam Davis anymore. I'm really not sure.
Just in terms of my model on this page, there's not many shown up high other than Schmidt.
Yeah, Schmidt absolutely flying in my model as well.
Schmidt's right up there in 3rd.
Yeah, he is.
108 in the world.
Yeah,
it's a little concerning that he's only made 3 cuts this year.
Yeah. But the
German. 9th at the Corrales last week. It was sort of double event, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Two PGA Tour events running alongside each other. and he's finished ninth in that, having missed three of the four cuts prior to that. So maybe there's a little bit of a bounce back on the cards.
Maybe, yeah. I think he's. I'm going to look past form on this one completely. I think this course is totally different to one we've seen on the PGA Tour so often, and it's back to the days of absolutely smashing it in it. So, like low numbers, big low numbers, because we've had a few weeks where there's not been that big numbers, and it's been a bit of a change on it. So I'm going to put these missed cuts down to that.
Well, he's missed a cut in this twice before as well. So
yeah,
it's not necessarily.
That's a spanner in the works for that. Massive spanner in the works. I think it's eye test, though. I think it's just eye test for me. I think the model's out the window. I think you've Darren Brown me again. I think I'm going to go Scotty, Sunjay Im, Siwoo Kim, Mackenzie Hughes, Jordan Spieth, Taylor Pendrith, and they'll be done with it.
If only it'd be that easy.
No. Quite expensive, that, to be fair. You do have to find value in this, though. You really do. I just can't see any value down this end, and I think we need at least 3 players from under 14 million, but maybe ranging into 12 million if you're going to put Scotty in, as we've said before. But remember, everybody is in the same boat.
Just anyone listening to pick who I think looks half decent this week's on the stats are just saying nah, which is making me lean. nice mug. Lean more towards the Scotty team, to be honest.
I agree. However, if Scotty did win, right, you didn't put him in, but you had 6 top 10s, definitely still absolutely fine. And that's obviously very, very
top 10s to do. Don't take 6 making the cut, mate.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So it's not all over if you didn't pick Scotty. I mean, and he does well.
No. Speaking of putting him in, what about Putnam?
Putnam, no, not for me. I just don't fancy him this week whatsoever.
No. See what I mean?
Yeah. I've picked him too many. I've picked him too many times now, and he's not come through for me.
He had a good start in 2025, and since we started picking him, since we started putting him on our team, he's missed 4 last cuts.
I know.
He has. Yeah. So Putnam.
Yeah.
Out of consideration. McGreevy. Once seems to be a consideration. Most weeks in yet again is missing many cuts nowadays.
Yeah. That's it. No, not for me. He seems to have fell off the cliff, hasn't he?
Not too bad on the model, but yeah, again, a couple of missed cuts, 49, 24th is Zurich in the team event. Just not pulling up trees, and stats are pretty shoddy all.
What do you think of Springer?
Jerry.
I don't even know his name, to be fair.
Hainan
Springer, yeah. His form's quite good, to be fair. He's shown a bit recently, so he might be flying under the radar there at that price.
He's made 4 out of 5 cuts this season.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take that.
I'll take that all day. He's a big lad as well. And he's a Texan lad.
6'3", Texas. Might stumbled on something here, lad.
Yeah, I think he's definitely one to consider. Not majorly high on the model whatsoever, to be honest, but
if you've got missed a couple of Byron Nelson last year, so there's no course form there to go off, but
not at all.
One who could be improving.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do badly if you missed a cut last season, does it? There's so much more to consider with it.
Yeah. No, I'm struggling on that page otherwise.
Yeah, no, I agree. Same here.
Move on.
Yeah, move on. Page 5. Nobody sticks out to me on page 5 whatsoever.
Not even Campbell. No, we pick Campbell every week.
I know. He's just and Rosner is never getting picked. You remember that?
He started to take along a bit though.
He has a little bit, yeah. No, I agree.
Antoine. No.
I mean, his form's good. He's starting to sort of. He's not making top tens as much, but the did he came third the other week?
Just not my lost on completely. Phil, yeah, times around.
Yeah, Rosner is. Let me just check. Yeah, 31, 33, 64, 76. So it's not like he's. Oh no, it was the Qatar Masters. He came fourth. He's never really been around the top 50. Really, he's top 50 and more. So I just don't know whether he's capable of doing it. I mean, even on the DP World Tour when he was playing a lot of events over here, he didn't really do it, did he?
Only when you just burned by picking him and then failing. It's like one time.
Yeah, and then he came fourth or something. I was like, oh God, great.
Anyone else on that page? Aldrich Pocky can send it to long course.
He can, yeah. He can also top it into the water. So you got to have something else about you, surely. You know what? I think that really, you know, when he went to the playoff and he lost against Campbell, I think it really affected him because he's not been the same guy for a few weeks. So maybe a few weeks off, he might come back with a vengeance. You remember, he's only a young guy.
Yeah, he is.
So he might do a bit. Wouldn't be making it in my team on that sort of.
Why give him fairways though?
Yeah, true.
I just wonder whether it's something that might just spark something with him. Like he's way down on the model. He's not a consideration.
But that's where the eye test comes in, though, isn't it?
Well, the eye test don't put the balls, doesn't it? Really.
Yeah.
But you're right. He's second at the Mexico, followed by four cuts in a row, 47th, and then the missed cut.
Yeah,
take a brave man to select him this week, but he's certainly got the length for a long course like this.
Yeah, he has. Trying to have a look at the Mexican Open last time he came second. Was that a long course as well? I just can't remember it.
Can't remember what's on there,
No. But yeah, if we're looking at long hitters, he's right up there. He's right up there with Rory, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mark Meissner, 7 out of 10 cuts made this season.
Yeah.
Is it Meissner?
Meissner, yeah.
Every time I mention his name, I have that little debate with himself.
Yeah, I know, every single time. Yeah, he's. I feel like the further we're going down, the more we're trying to make it sound good for them.
Yeah.
I mean, but he's really.
When you get to this point in the pricing where you just want to make a cut, don't you?
Yeah, that's it. But I feel like you've got to choose someone out of this 13 million page, like 6, 7, and 8. I feel like you've got to have at least 2 if you're going to have Scotty. That's where you are. So, nobody sticks out to me whatsoever at all. The form's terrible. That's the price the way they are for a reason, isn't it?
Yeah.
Chanacero.
Yeah. Have you moved down the page? You're on page 6.
Have I? Yeah. Are we on page 5?
Yeah. Moved on to page 6 now. Yeah, struggling. Yeah, Manacero stood out to me.
the only one, I think. Manacero, the form's okay, but it's not anywhere.
And every week I mention him as well, Bryce Garnett.
Yeah,
he's just had half decent week. I mentioned him as a potential for the Zurich.
Mm-hmm.
And him and Straka, he finished 12th in the end, or something like that. They've had a half decent week.
Yeah.
He's made 6 out of 8 cuts on the tour this season.
Yeah.
Again, you just look up cut makers, so it's one where he could potentially be a bit of value. Just not the model saying it, but
yeah. It's about playing golf, innit? At the end of the day, the stats are stats on different courses.
I think Webb Simpson's one who's done, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah, he's not getting a look in here. His form's pretty poor. I'm really struggling for these pages. I'm not going to lie. It's really difficult.
It's great content for the audio listeners.
I'm sorry, but Scotty Scheffler's going to win, isn't he? So
it is hard to make a case to go with
anybody else. We will do this for you. Don't worry.
Move swiftly on to page 7 here, mate.
Swiftly, yeah. Get off this page.
Anything else that you fancy?
Yes, Jackson Suber.
Go on.
Jackson Suber has the game for this course. He is. I think he's a little diamond in the rough. This guy. Yeah, he misses cuts, but he's also pretty consistent. It's sort of a cut, play decent, cut, play decent, cut. He's fresh off the Corn Ferry Tour as well, so we've been wanting to do well. He hasn't played this one before, so there's no sort of stats from last time. He missed a cut in the Zurich, but at the Corrales, he finished 67th. But on the model, his stats are showing up really well. So why not? Why not? His shots gained on approach is really good. His driving distance is okay.
He's been losing strokes off the tee most weeks, though.
Off the tee, but with the wide fairways.
Lost you a bit there, mate.
Hang on. Sorry, strokes gained on approach. Are you there? Am I there?
Yeah, all good.
Cool. Strokes on approach, he's 6th. Birdie or better, 9th. Strokes gained on par 5, and he's over 310 yards off the tee. Definitely one to consider at that price point. His form's not great though, so it is a rough pick, but one that I think you need on this page. You need I need someone, and there's nobody else looking at me.
I've got absolutely nothing. My model doesn't like any of these. It's desperate times.
It is. What about moving on to the next page?
The highest on this page on my model is this guy, Frankie Capan.
Yeah.
Honestly, never heard of him. 25 years old, 6-footer.
Yeah.
Missed. He's finished third at Zurich. That's a pairs event. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Missed 8 of the last 7 cuts with a tie 55th and one that he made. And that's the highest on the model on this page. Like,
yeah. There's no value with it whatsoever.
Desperate, isn't it?
Yeah. Moving on to the next page then. Let's go. Norman Jong.
Played twice, made 1 cut.
Yeah, not played on too many. I think he's on the model, yes, but I mean he's fresh out of Q school really, so I can't see him doing any good. He's been on the Corn Ferry Tour most of this season. Last season, he's only played in one.
Not pulling up any trees on there either, is he?
No. So although it looks like his form's good, it's not really in relation to this field. He probably get absolutely destroyed by this field.
Tied for 12th at Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
40th for Farmers. 40th for Farmers.
Yeah, not bad.
It's not to be sniffed at, that really.
Oh, no.
Sort of rookie.
Yeah. Not at all, no. But
he played on tour last year, missed loads of cuts as well.
Yeah, there's no point in talking about him, really, is there?
just trying to see if there's anyone we can make a case for. Right, he's down here.
Yeah, he is.
He's down here for a reason.
Yeah, I think everyone's down here for a reason.
Always getting him all mixed up, you know. It's all my model.
Yeah. Hall's high in my model. But again, they are priced this way for a reason. Anyone down there with Kevin Kisner knows this. I just feel sorry for Mr. Reynolds. I don't even know his name. He's down at the bottom. He must be the worst.
If you move on page 9.
Yeah, sorry. There was just nobody, to be fair. just
John Pack.
Yeah.
Again, model saying no. He's made 5 out of 7 cuts. So.
Hey, there you go then. That's value for me. But the model says absolutely do not pick him at your peril.
Yeah. I think that. This is not good for you.
It's not good for you at all.
You know what? This is the most struggled this. The first time.
Yeah, I agree.
We've done it live, and we've it's the first
struggle with it.
We've really struggled making a case for anyone. It's it's not good at all down at the bottom here.
It's really not. But I do have a team, and I think the team will do well.
Rafael Campos, is he the one we had a bit of confusion over last time?
Yeah, he was terrible. Don't pick him. Pretty much is what we came out with.
Okay, and then page 9. Have we got any?
Nobody.
Looking at there.
Absolutely. Bear Reynolds is not going to win.
Kevin Kisner printed that lot.
He's just demoted, isn't he? Kevin Kisner's on the Corn Ferry Tour.
Aaron Bradley.
Yeah.
We made a case for him the other week, didn't we?
We made a huge case for him the other week, and he did not come up with the goods, did he? Despite being a diamond in the rough.
That's absolutely dreadful, to be fair. He was not a diamond in the rough. He was a
rusty penny.
Yeah, my dog had eaten.
It's the worst than that ball in the garden. The red one.
Yeah. Aaron Bradley. 26 Corrales. We did bounce back from that. There was the Texas Open. We had high hopes for him.
Yeah. Because I can't remember what the case was, but yeah. It was anyway.
We could try and fashion team near them.
Yeah, I've got one drafted definitely. And do you know what? I'm pretty happy with it, given the ones I can make a case for, I have done, and they're in the team. So I'll run through it. So we've got the captain of Norgard due to the stats. Sorry, that's absolutely terribly wrong. Captain of Scheffler, because I think he's essential. We've got Norgard, Pendrith, Ryan Gerrard, Schmidt, and Jackson Suba as the underdog. And that is a total of just on the money, yeah.
That's so bad, isn't it?
Yeah. It's really difficult. Like that's the best you're gonna do. And that's got Scotty, Pendrith, and Gerrard in from the first page, so it's not actually too bad. If Schmidt and Suba make the cut on Norgard, does what he's expected to do, then it's actually a decent team. Could I swap any? Yes. Will I swap any? Probably the whole team. That's definitely not locked in whatsoever. I'm going to have another deep dive into the stats, which, to be honest with you, apologies to the viewer. We should have done that anyway. But it's been so difficult, I think, to fashion anyone really. The field is not good enough for me.
No. Well, I've put together a Scotty-less team. Should we go on? I'll just run through this. Smith underdog.
Yeah.
Which I don't like. I've got Springer there as well, the same price.
Yeah.
Harry Hall, Gerard, Sam Burns, and Pendrith.
Yeah.
I don't. Anyone below 14 million, I'm not. I don't really like this week.
No,
so trying to get a decent underdog is tough.
It's priced really well actually for the non-Scotty backers.
Yeah, got us really struggling. Might even go down to Bryce Garnett actually. But yeah, do you want to throw a team together quick?
Yeah.
What we've discussed, see what we can put together, see if anything magic jumps out.
Let's go.
So you think Scotty's essential?
No. I think it's priced well enough. I think he's going to win. Yeah, but I think I'd prioritise six made cuts over one Scotty win and a group of we don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. So should we try and work out who our underdog going to be in World Cup?
Yeah, let's go. I think Schmidt's a good starting point. I don't see anyone else anywhere really. Below Page. Let's have a look.
What about Garnett?
Yeah, Garnett or Schmidt, yeah.
Garnett's 13.2. Of anyone down there, I think I like his credentials more than.
Yeah. Yes, Schmidt's a relatively unknown.
Yeah, the more we talk about Smith, the more I put myself off him.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, Manasero's there at 13, but I don't think he's going to do well. I think we were just making a case for the sake of it. I really do. What about Lashley? Did we mention Lashley?
No. Do you want to know about going in this one? 14.2.
Not necessarily. I mean, I think we both need to be in agreement with it.
Well, you feel strongly enough about it then.
Yeah.
I think he needs to go in.
I think, do you know what though? Let's have a look at Lashley before we make any snap decisions. He is 13 million. Past Zurich 18th, the Corrales 53rd, the Valero 12th, the Houston Open 27th, the Valspar 64th. That's off the back of 4 missed cuts and a withdraw. Sorry, 5 missed cuts. So something has just clicked for him, hasn't it? He's a Scottsdale guy, Arizona guy, so he can play in the heat. At 13 million, that's a bit of value there for me.
Well, let's stick him in for now then. So we currently look like that. We've got 3 players in. We've got Garnett, Norgard, and Lashley.
Yeah.
Garnett now would potentially be replaced now. We've just put Lashley in, but we'll see. It's only say 1.2. That's 59.6%.
Where do you feel about Springer? Would you rather go high? We're not putting Scotty in.
Yeah. Well, let's throw him in. We'll put it out like the Biffs in and we'll work up and see who we can replace. Schmidt going as well.
Yeah.
I think that's that on that page. Back up to page 3. Any thoughts on Ryan Fox? Like he can send it, can't he?
He really can, and he's shown by winning some really high class events in Europe, and that he's got the minerals to do it. I just haven't seen enough of him recently. But you know,
he's placed okay on my model. I missed the cut at the Valero, and he played at the Corrales, finished 59th there. Houston Open in he's had a 15th, 47th Valspar, 20th of the Players. So yeah, quite it was all right in March. Not had a bad month in March.
Yeah,
and this is a long course that'll suit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think.
We should put it around Mr. Fox.
No, I don't. What do you think of Valimaki though? In the same sort of money wise, I know he missed the cut last week, but he's sort of he's a scoring merchant, isn't he?
Yeah. He's sort of middle of the road on my model, but he's on a bit of an upward trend, isn't he? Missed the cut at Zurich. I think like Zurich is just like a bit of an anomaly. I'm prepared to disregard it because it's a team event. You might land with someone, and it's just not worked out.
Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, you've got to both play well, haven't you? So.
But if you disregard that as form, 4th, 12th, 18th, last 3 events.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to throw him in, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's where we're at. We've got 6 in at the minute with 17 million to play with.
Well, Pendrith, his stats show he's going to have a good week, to be fair. One of the only ones that are sort of rivaling Scotty on my model. Norgard as well. But
I'm just going to take out Schmidt. When we looked at the stats, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw in Fox for now.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
I think that's a fair upgrade.
Definitely.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, if Fox plays as well as we know he can, then he's very capable of doing well. Like, I'm not bothered about winning at all. Like, I think it's an added bonus if they win, but you're just happy for them to make the cut and finish relatively highly, innit?
Yeah. We mentioned Doug Gim, didn't we?
Yeah. I wasn't blown away by it.
No, he's a bit inconsistent. He's making cuts, but then he'll miss them.
Yeah.
Just thinking because he's a Texas guy, isn't he?
Yeah, it is. It is a bit. It screams horses for courses, doesn't it? But
again, he's had the 12th and the 19th here, but he's also had 2 missed cuts sandwiched in between. So if he follows his trend, he's due for another top 20.
No, sometimes it's the way, though, isn't it? You'd be surprised how much probability comes into it. One play we didn't mention before, mention before.
Lash out Garnet and throw in Gim for now.
Yeah. Sam Ryder. Nowhere near on the model, but looking at where he finishes every single week, it's hard to count him out. Yeah, he missed the cut at the Zurich, but he's made every single cut pretty much this season, going back to the RSM last year.
Right.
22nd, 43, 25, 36, 59, 48, 14, 16, 61, and 40. His last tournament was the Valero. So he's had a few weeks off as well. He might come right back into form here. 14.4 million. That sounds like a decent.
Let's have a look at his course history. Course history is not good. He had three cuts in a row, last 3.
Maybe he doesn't like it here. He's only ever played it. He's only ever missed a cut at Craig Ranch, to be fair. It might not just have his eye. They played it at Trinity Forest when he made the cut last in 2018. So maybe want to steer away from there, given his course history.
Got you. Player won there. If we said the other week when we considered them, and not shown on the models because he's on a resurgence.
Yeah.
Gary Woodland.
Yeah. He can't half hit the ball, can he?
He's making cuts relatively 7 out of 10 this season.
Yeah.
Second at the Houston.
And remember.
40th at the Valero, gaining nearly 7 strokes off the tee.
Yeah.
I just wonder in this field, has he got the bit of class that maybe the fact
I think so. Top player, like. He's always there round and about. Yeah, he had a bit of a difficult time with the genesis, the cognizance of the players, but I mean that's fair enough. He seems to have bounced back pretty well after that. Yeah. I'm happy, definitely happy to consider him. 1 second.
So now we're currently looking a bit better. We've got Fox, Norgard, Springer, Lashley's the underdog, Balamaki and Woodland.
Yeah.
So it's looking a bit better.
Definitely.
I think with Lashley in there, we can get rid of Springer.
Yeah.
Definitely. Do you reckon he was a cheeky 4 out of 5 cuts made?
No, I thought he's just a bit of a risk, isn't he?
Yeah. So Fox were only picking because he could send it.
Yeah.
Right.
How much have we got? How much have we got left?
Got loads left. I'll take Fox out. We've got 29.4 million, so we can just throw Scotty in. We've got Scotty, Woodland, Balamaki, Springer, Norgard, Lashley, underdog.
Absolutely brilliant team, to be fair. Out of that, yeah, I think that's absolute. I think the only other one I'd consider is Svensson. That's the only one due to his putting on bent grass greens.
Yes, Svensson.
Definitely.
How much is he?
14.8.
So we can bring Lashley up to Svensson if you want. And then our underdog is Springer at 14 million.
Yeah. Still money to go in the pot as well.
Yep. Let's do that. Svensson 14.8. We've got 1.2 in the pot. Springer can come up. Bring Springer up. Norgard underdog.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You like that, don't you?
I like that. You like that? You like that?
Right, so that can bring us up to so brings us up to 15.2, which is Kitty, Armour, Stevens, Dobie on some range. Just spend the money for the sake of it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really. I don't really like that mid-range this week. I think it's all on the tops and the bottoms. Yeah, not necessarily the bottoms, the tops and the values. It's definitely a stars week in it.
Yeah. Who did I just take out? And then Springer and then back in.
Yeah.
Got 1.2 to spend. No one watching now. Board them all.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh well.
Svensson. Let's throw. See if we can up Svensson. Harry Hall. 16 million on the money.
Yeah.
High up on both our models. And then we captain Scotty, right? So we've landed here then with the team of Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah.
Harry Hall. Gary Woodland. Sammy Balamaki. Nicholas Norgard and Hainan Springer. So underwhelming, isn't it? You know what? That's going to have to do for this.
Yeah. No, I agree.
Let us know if you can do better.
I think you probably can.
You probably can. Be amazed if we end up in the top 8 or whatever it is this week. Yeah.
But just remember though, everyone's in the same boat here.
Yeah. Sign up to Fan Team anyway. Links in the description. You'll get a free entry into this game. And if you make it, that's completely free. And if you make a paid deposit, you'll get a £12 entry.
Which is where the money's at.
Bigger prize pool. Yeah. And let us know in the comments who you're picking, who we missed,
the winner.
Who's the glaring gem? Who's going to be your underdog? Who was next out here this week?
There's going to be someone, isn't there?
You're fading Scotty. You're going to go with him. What about Jordan Spieth at home in Texas?
Yeah.
Is he one where you can save a bit of money on Scotty? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah. Have a good week, guys. I think we've come to the end. Quite a long one.
We've come to the end of the road.
We've actually turned into boys to men, from boys into men. This is how long this podcast has been.
It has been a marathon. Enjoyed it though. Fan team was absolutely
scratching our heads.
Yeah. Baffled. We've still got a couple of days to go until the deadline. So we've still got plenty of time to lock in the teams. We've put a few thoughts out there. Certainly towards the top end of the leaderboard. Yeah, hopefully.
No, enjoy the golf this week, and we will see you next time.
Take it easy. We'll be back next week previewing the truest next signature event on the PGA Tour. We'll review what happened in Korea on LIV, and we'll preview the next event on the DP World Tour, which will be the opening event on the European Swing in Turkey.
And I will be coming to you live from Greece.
Yeah. Nice.
Yep.
Top up my tan to compete, lad.
It's better this week because I've got a big light in my face. I look like a Casper the unfriendly ghost.
Right.
We'll leave it there, guys.
Take it easy.
See you later.